Welcome to this journey through the Bible for the pivotal moment when God delivered His commandments to His people. In Exodus 20, God speaks directly to His people from Mount Sinai, giving them a set of 10 commandments, timeless principles that form the foundation of moral law. These commandments outline the relationship between God and man, as well as the relationship between individuals. God spake all these words, saying, Exodus 21. The first commandment is a call to exclusive devotion to God. It reads, Thou shalt have no other gods before me. Exodus 23. The second commandment forbids idolatry. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image. Exodus 24. Worship must be directed toward the Creator alone. The third commandment warns against taking God's name in vain. Thou shalt not take the name of the Lord thy God in vain. Exodus 27. The fourth commandment emphasizes the importance of the Sabbath day. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. Exodus 28. This day is set apart for rest and worship, a gift from God to His people. As found in Exodus 20:8-11, is significant in Christian theology because it encapsulates God's authority, title, and territory, thereby serving as a divine seal. God's authority. The commandment begins with, Remember the Sabbath day, indicating that the observance of the Sabbath is a directive from God, asserting His supreme authority over His creations. By commanding the sanctification of the Sabbath, God establishes His right to set apart time for rest and worship. God's title. The phrase, the Lord thy God, within the commandment, reflects God's title. This designation emphasizes His sovereignty and position as the Creator and Sustainer of all things. Recognizing God as the Lord thy God acknowledges His rightful dominion and the relationship He maintains with His creations. God's territory. The commandment further states, For in 6 days the Lord made heaven and earth, the sea, and all that in them is, highlighting God's territory as encompassing the entire universe. This declaration underscores that all creation falls under His dominion, reinforcing the comprehensive scope of His authority. The fourth commandment contains all the elements of a seal, the name of the person in authority, his title, and his territory. It contains all the specifications of the seal. Lord, His name, Creator, His title, the heavens and earth, His territory. By observing the Sabbath, Christians acknowledge and honor God's authority, title, and territory, thereby accepting His seal upon their lives. This observance serves as a sign of loyalty and recognition of God's sovereignty over all creation. The fifth commandment teaches respect for parents. Honor thy father and thy mother. Exodus 20:12. This commandment strengthens family bonds and honors the foundation of society. The next 5 commandments safeguard the sanctity of life, marriage, and personal property. Thou shalt not kill. Exodus 20:13. Thou shalt not commit adultery. Exodus 20:14. Thou shalt not steal. Exodus 20:15. Thou shalt not bear false witness. Exodus 20:16. Thou shalt not covet. Exodus 20:17. In Exodus 24, the covenant between God and Israel is officially confirmed. God calls Moses, Aaron, and 70 of Israel's elders to come up the mountain. In Exodus 24:3, And Moses came and told the people all the words of the Lord and all the judgments. And all the people answered with one voice and said, All the words which the Lord hath said will we do. Moses then wrote down all of God's words, and in Exodus 24, Moses sent young men to offer burnt offerings. He then took the blood of the sacrifices, and in Exodus 24:8, Moses took the blood and sprinkled it on the people and said, Behold the blood of the covenant, which the Lord hath made with you, concerning all these words. This marked the sealing of the covenant between God and Israel. Moses then ascended the mountain again, And in Exodus 24 through 16 through 18, God's presence descended in a cloud, and Moses stayed on the mountain for 40 days and nights, receiving further instructions. 10 Commandments were not just a set of rules, but a revelation of God's character, His holiness, justice, mercy, and love. They provide a moral compass, a standard for right and wrong, and a way to live in harmony with God and each other. As we reflect on the law given at Sinai, we're reminded that it is a reflection of God's character and His desire for us to live lives of love, respect, and holiness. Thank you for joining us on this journey through Exodus. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Stay blessed.